Welcome back to Nest News.
Where you get your news from inside the nest.
I'm Cameron Engel.
And I'm Austin Harris.
And we are your hosts for this week. This week's activities. Monday, FBLA is starting their Dime Wars, and teachers are starting their 12 days of denim. Also, there is a reserve boys basketball game in Harvard. Lastly, for Monday, there is an elementary concert starting with K through 2nd and then 3rd through 6th.
Tuesday at 7 a.m., there's a junior high show choir practice. The Cardinal Warehouse is also open after school until 5:30. Lastly, the boys and girls basketball teams play at home against Holdridge. JV team starting at 4:30, girls varsity at 6, and boys varsity at 7:30.
Wednesday, the juniors are going to Aurora for John Baylor.
Thursday, there's a junior high show choir at 7 a.m. Next, the junior high girls basketball team travels to play GICC, and they will be dismissed at 3:05.
Friday, the varsity boys wrestling team wrestles at the Rumble and Trumbull. Lastly, for Friday, the boys and girls basketball teams play at home against St. Cecilia. JV team starting at 4:30, girls varsity at 6, and boys varsity at 7:30.
Lastly, Saturday with the girls varsity wrestling team wrestles at Wood River.
Hello Cards, I'm Payne Siller bringing you this week's sports recap. To start off on Monday, the junior high boys wrestling team competed in the quad at Gibbon. Next on Tuesday, the junior high girls basketball team competed at the Nest against Central City, and they won big time, with the final score being 50-25. On Wednesday, the 1-act team traveled to Gibbon to compete at districts. The team received 6th place. Students who received Outstanding Actor/Actress were Bella Wright, Riel Bruns, Trevin Hubner, Audrina Brandt, Maddie Groff, Yaja Rader. On Thursday, the varsity wrestling team kicked off their season competing at Hastings College, beating Ravenna 41-40. Friday, the girls wrestling team traveled to York to kick off their season. Alexa Holder placed 3rd and Maddie Groff placed 5th. Saturday, the junior high girls competed in Sandy Creek for a tournament. They beat Sandy Creek 35-19, and in Game 2, they beat Sun 38-26. They came away as champs. The boys wrestling team competed at Plainview High School, and they came away as champs for the 3rd year in a row. And finally, the girls and boys basketball teams traveled to St. Paul for their season opener. The JV girls coming up short, 21-27. The JV boys came away with the big win, 64-24. The girls varsity won 39-31, and the varsity boys won 50-27. What a great start for the winter sports.
Birthdays this week. The 10th, Dee Hollister and Nikki Suits. The 11th, Cheney Richter, Stevie Schaefer, and Melissa Wright.
The 12th, Samantha Hester, and the 13th, Autumn Gonzalez.
Hello, Donovan Trumbull. I'm Bailey Larson, bringing you what the skies have in store for you this week. Starting today, Monday, it will be partly cloudy with a low of 26 and a high of 44. Tuesday is expected to have partly cloudy skies as well, with a low of 33 and a high of 47. Wednesday, the 10th, has a low of 31 and a high of 49. Moving on to Thursday, there will be more cloudy skies with a low of 26 and a high of 51. Friday has a low of 28 and a high of 42. And finally, Saturday will be foggy with a low of 21 and a high of 42. There'll be lots of cloudy skies here at the Nest, with many cold evenings, so make sure you're staying warm. That's all for your Cardinal forecast. See you next time, Cards.
the week. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hatch.
Hatchu.
Bless you. Thanks for tuning in.
See you next time, Cards.